I was perfecting my moves for TikTok.
I genuinely love the process of manipulating people online for money.
Seeing is believing.
President Trump is a total and complete...
But is it?
I am not Morgan Freeman. And what you see is not real.
I'm gonna show you some magic.
Okay, so you're looking at something right now called a deepfake.
A deepfake, to be precise.
The real thing.
Anyone online can be a victim. If you're connected to the internet, you're a possible target.
We will have systems that can meaningfully imitate humans to the point where we won't be able to tell anymore whether or not something was said by a human or by a computer.
In South Australia, former Liberal leader David Spears made headline news this year.
A kitchen counter, half-drunk drinks and a man appearing to be David Spears leans down and snorts white powder. He was opposition leader at the time.
But David Spears says the video taken late at night in his kitchen and shown here in a series of photos isn't real. He claims the footage is a deep fake.
I asked him very clearly, do you think this footage is fake? He said yes.
We may never know if this scene is real or not, but the political storm it caused made many of us ask exactly what is a deep fake.
If it's real, he needs some help. If it's a fake, who would do such a thing?
Hi folks, I am here with a very special message.
Deep fakes were a video or a photo of a person is digitally altered.
Make Britain great again. Huzzah!
So that their face or body appears to be someone else's.
90% people cannot tell the difference.
In 2024, the technology behind deep fakes is getting smarter.
And this is happening in real time.
So it's like a live deepfake.
Yeah.
And apps are making it easier.
It honestly made my stomach churn. There's nudes of Georgia. There's not, but that would be your first thought.
And you're completely powerless here.
Exactly. I've lost all power.
Romance scammers are no longer just hiding behind keyboards using deepfake technology.
What we do know is that deepfakes are a threat.
They want to push an agenda
that cause bigger problems than confusion alone.
I just knew in that moment I'd been done.
Pretty heinous and calculated.
Absolutely, but they know what they're doing.
But what we don't know is exactly how far use of deepfakes will go.
They destroy you. They take your dreams away.
And how we plan to police them in the future.
And artificial intelligence is just moving at such a pace that the authorities can't keep up.
AI is one of the biggest ethical dilemmas of our time.
We are at a turning point in our next phase of evolution.
Hello, I'm Ali
Channel
Langdon.
9's A Current Affair program showed us how easily a deep fake can be made when scammers used it on their very own host.
Australian citizens no longer need to go to work. No other project has ever given such opportunities before.
If you have not registered in this project, then do it now.
What you've just seen is a scam. I'm incredibly angry because when I first saw it, I thought it was really me. I thought they'd done an interview somewhere that I'd forgotten about.
We live in a time where manipulating reality has never been easier.
And if someone said you'll be able to put a person up on television mouthing words that they've never said but using their accent, I'd say that's impossible.
With the help of AI, we can filter, change and edit with just one touch.
To show you just how easy it is, we downloaded this app. Just 10 minutes later, and we'd created our very own deepfake video.
It's frightening to think that that can be done in such a short time.
Is that really fake?
That's fake.
The whole misinformation piece, that's pretty worrying.
Remember, seeing is no longer believing.
Now, video can be altered so well, it can take an expert to tell if what we're seeing is real or fake.
What generally happens in a deepfake is the face is replaced by somebody else's face and then they're sort of like merged into a morph of the two.
And sometimes a very clever fake.
What's being calculated here?
This is capturing your face and it's applying a little mesh, and what we're able to do is take that mesh and just replace it with someone else's face.
Yeah, wow. Oh, geez, that's scary.
Yeah.
Well, that's mimicking everything as I move. Cybersecurity expert Liam O'Shaughnessy is showing us just how easy it is to turn anyone into a digital avatar of Keanu Reeves. Even more worrying, how easy it is to change a face from man to woman.
Now, We're not changing your body, right? So for you, it doesn't look very believable.
But that's still terrifying that the whole face has changed.
Yeah.
It's this artificial intelligence that scammers now use to trick even the most astute people who think they can expose a scammer simply by asking for a video call.
And this is happening in real time.
So it's like a live deepfake.
Yeah, yeah. So we can take these sort of streams, stream it to a WhatsApp call, stream it to FaceTime calls. We can also throw in some voice-changing technology as well.
Throughout history, photographs have been altered to tell a certain version of reality.
The deepfakes of the past have long been spreading disinformation. People who have or want power devote lots of resources to these forgeries because they work.
Mussolini photoshopped his horse handler out of this iconic photo. Joseph Stalin often ordered allies to be airbrushed out of photos when they became enemies. Here's Stalin with his head of secret police, Nikolai Yezhov. And here's a picture when Stalin had him executed.
Hitler did it to Goebbels, Lenin did it to Trotsky, and the same thing happened all the time in China, most famously in this picture from Mao's funeral, now without the Gang of Four. We better learn how to live in a world where we truly cannot believe our eyes.
The very first deepfake video was produced in 1997 using pioneering software.
This is video rewrite. My face is Ellen's. My voice is Michelle's. The lip sync is synthetic.
A groundbreaking achievement in facial reanimation technology.
I never met Forrest Gump. I did not inhale. Read my lips.
Fast forward 2 decades, and anonymous users on Reddit shared an AI algorithm capable of creating disturbingly realistic fake videos.
Hi folks, I am here with a very special message. Make Britain great again. Huzzah!
I genuinely love the process of manipulating people online for money.
Celebrity identity theft and switch were the first way we learnt about deepfakes.
The real thing.
So real, it was hard for people to pick if it was the real Tom or a deepfake.
Hey, listen up, sports and TikTok fans.
And they just kept coming.
I was perfecting my moves for TikTok.
Imagine this for a second. One man with total control of billions of people's stolen data.
You don't realize basically how dumb you were. This is deepfake example of what is possible with powerful computer and editing.
And at first, it was all great fun. What's better than swapping faces with a celebrity?
Hey, good morning.
Or using it for political satire?
Wake up.
But the longer the technology has been with us, the darker its applications have become.
We don't know what's out there that is real or fake. If it's that good, we probably are convinced by it.
Deepfakes have now moved beyond Hollywood and into the real world.
If you can produce video that looks realistic of any political figure and get them saying outrageous things, perhaps that'll damage their credibility.
On the world stage, they've even appeared in election campaigns to realistically mimic candidates.
President Trump is a total and complete.
It's important that you save your vote for the November election.
And used as tools for misinformation and abuse.
Deepfake videos have become the new weapons in financial scams, fake news and political interference.
There's huge potential to use deepfakes to really undermine trust in government and trust in our institutions.
Even raising some from the dead.
In this video, veteran Indian politician M. Karunanidhi endorses his son, running in the elections being held now in India. The only thing is that Karunanidhi died in 2018.
And in Indonesian elections, we saw an avatar of a synthetically resurrected, deceased previous leader coming back to endorse one of the candidates.
President Indonesia.
It will lead to increasing distrust.
About the role of AI in political campaigns, where AI could be used to provide propaganda bots that can produce tailored misinformation designed to target particularly small subsectors of the electorate.
The people in my office, in apparently a matter of minutes in a way that horrifies me, produced an audio of me declaring that I'd be back for the Crows this weekend, and the likeness was terrifying.
Hey, it's Peter Malinauskas here. This weekend I will be supporting the pride of South Australia, the mighty Adelaide Crows.
Do you know who your kids are talking to online right now? An Australian teenager thought he did, sending messages and racy photos to a teenage girl. But he wasn't talking to a teenage girl. He was talking to scammers in Nigeria.
Deepfakes have been used to create fake pornographic material, to threaten and blackmail people.
I'm just thinking, post a photo here, post a photo there. I never even thought about it. I mean, it's me. I don't necessarily think I'm anything special.
Real images stolen without consent, altered and spread beyond the victim's control.
I didn't believe it, to be honest. I just thought maybe it was one of my friends joking around with me.
Georgia's Instagram account had been targeted by criminals. Georgia immediately complained and the Instagram profile was eventually taken down. But it didn't stop there.
Wanted to come down, wanted to come up, wanted to come down, wanted to come up.
How many fake accounts were created?
Oh, God, possibly, from the top of my head, around 10.
10 accounts?
10 plus, yeah.
Pretending to be you?
Yeah. It honestly made my stomach churn. People would just look at that and be like, okay, there's nudes of Georgia. There's not, but that would be your first thought.
I mean, it's pretty shocking, isn't it?
I have family. I don't want them thinking that.
Digitally created and altered sexually explicit material that is shared without consent is a damaging and deeply distressing form of abuse.
One of the most damaging, its role in romance scams, where organised crime make billions.
A good morning picture.
Yeah.
You feel disgusted with yourself and ashamed for letting this happen.
What was so believable about Daniel?
I don't think there wasn't anything that wasn't believable. His photos looked genuine. There was no reason for me to not believe who I was looking at wasn't who he was.
Preying on the vulnerable, people looking online for love and trusting what they find.
I found that he, with his gentle ways, kindness and patience, grew on me, making me feel safe, appreciated and loved.
Their romance crumbling when a video call glitched.
I saw a black man sitting in a cupboard, covering with a blanket. I shouted out loud in disbelief, is this the reality? Is this guy the scammer? Am I really being scammed?
The man in the photos, a US real estate agent, whose identity has been hijacked by scammers countless times. Live video calls manipulated using AI software like this.
You can pump as much video and photo of that person into the AI and it comes back almost a seamless sewing of video that looks like it's them.
How did the conversation shift from a friendship and friendly chat to investing, money and crypto?
Yeah, that's a good question. When I look back, it wasn't there at the beginning at all, but then it did become part of the conversation.
Pretty heinous and calculated.
Absolutely, but they know what they're doing.
Experts say there are warning signs to look out for, including unnatural movements, low video quality, and poor lip syncing, all red flags to log off. But the best advice, if you haven't met in person, don't send money.
I've not only lost my companion, but also my independence, my self-confidence and my value.
Under increasing pressure now, the social media companies providing the platforms for the scams, but not the policing.
I'm saying to fellow Australians, never ever buy anything that's advertised on these Facebook or Instagram because you'll probably lose your money. They'll run these ads which they know are false, they know are run by criminal syndicates, but they can make more money.
Mark, face up, you are facilitating criminals, you are profiting from criminals.
Today saying he wants social media companies to use more of their vast resources to protect vulnerable people who are targeted and fall victim to these horrible scams.
You would have thought that our government was ready for these sorts of scams, but it seems that maybe our government wasn't.
There are no rules, no laws, no regulations that govern AI. It is a wild west. And who is leading it? It's the tech giants. And have the tech giants demonstrated to date that they are ethically driven and purposeful in their mission? No, they haven't.
Who do you sue over these sorts of scams? Where do you sue them? And frankly, how do you sue them?
It's totally out of control.
So, how do we future-proof against deepfakes in 2024 and beyond?
We need to get onto AI now, not in another 5 years or 5 weeks. It's respond now.
The challenge will be to find the right combination of defences, the technological superpowers of AI detective tools, tougher online regulations.
Up to 2 years in jail or a $10,000 fine, and both of those double if the victim's under 17 years of age.
And a high level of awareness about deepfakes among the general public. Cybersecurity experts use a term called the zero trust approach. It means question everything you see on your screens.
People will not be able to spot a deep fake. We've actually got to take a step back and say, hang on, this was an unsolicited contact. How do I validate it? And one of the best ways is get on the phone.
In the end, as we live more and more of our lives online, and as technology finds it harder and harder to see deepfakes, our instinctive human reactions will be the best defence we will ever have against them.
You can't believe your eyes, you have to listen to your brain.